Hello, everyone. Do you know what sweet potatoes are? They are not only a delicious snack but also a child of the earth that needs to be carefully cared for. Join me to learn how to turn your sweet potatoes into superstars of the garden. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on interesting knowledge in the following videos. Sweet potatoes, also known as golden sweet potatoes in farmers' slang, are a dish that no one can refuse. This dish is not only delicious but also very nutritious. You may have seen sweet potatoes appearing in many dishes from fancy restaurants to simple family meals. But did you know that sweet potatoes are truly gifts from heaven and they need to be cared for like real stars of your home garden? They are loved not only for their natural sweetness but also for the care they require. Like a hyperactive child, they cannot take care of themselves and need special attention to grow well. The nutritional benefits of sweet potatoes cannot be overstated. They are a true superfood. You may have seen sweet potatoes in superhero meals, and that's no coincidence. Sweet potatoes are packed with vitamin A, vitamin C, and fiber, ingredients that will keep you energized and ready to face any challenges of the day. Don't be surprised if after eating sweet potatoes, you feel like you have superpowers and become a true sweet potato lover. Sweet potatoes are not only a great food, but also an important part of many people's daily diet. They can turn you from an ordinary person to a die-hard sweet potato fan and keep you healthy and energetic throughout the day. Imagine, you can turn simple sweet potatoes into delicious dishes like baked sweet potatoes, fried sweet potatoes, or even unique desserts. With sweet potatoes, you can not only enjoy food but also take care of your health. In short, sweet potatoes are a wonderful food that should be on your menu. Don't let their cute appearance fool you. They need to be cared for and loved like a little baby. If you care for them properly, you will have delicious and nutritious sweet potatoes that are ready to turn any meal into a delicious and nutritious feast. When choosing sweet potato varieties, the first important thing is to choose healthy and disease-free tubers. You need to make sure that the sweet potatoes you choose are of good quality and will grow into healthy sweet potato plants in the future. Pay attention to characteristics such as uniformity in size and shape of the tubers. To ensure quality, inspect them carefully, removing tubers that show signs of damage or have any defects. Choosing good varieties is the first step in determining the success of the next crop, so don't skip this important step. Before planting, test the varieties to make sure they are suitable for the soil and climate conditions of your area. If you don't do the testing, you may encounter unwanted problems when the plants do not grow well or are affected by diseases. Make sure the sweet potato varieties you choose are from a clear source and have been tested to avoid unnecessary risks. When preparing the soil for sweet potatoes, you need to pay attention to factors such as the porosity and drainage of the soil. The soil needs to be loose, porous, and rich in nutrients for the sweet potatoes to grow well. This ensures that the sweet potato roots have enough space to grow and absorb the necessary nutrients. Before planting, check the pH of the soil and add organic matter if necessary to create an ideal environment for sweet potatoes. When planting, make sure that the distance between the tubers is wide enough to give the plants room to grow. Sweet potatoes need to be planted at a moderate depth, not too deep or too shallow. Make sure that the tubers are placed upright and covered lightly with soil. Proper planting will help the plants grow evenly and achieve high yields. In the process of caring for sweet potatoes, watering is an important factor. Sweet potatoes need to be watered regularly to maintain soil moisture, but the plants should not be flooded. Water your plants as needed and adjust the amount of water according to the weather and soil conditions. Make sure the soil is not too dry or too wet to help your plants grow healthily. Fertilizing your sweet potatoes is also important to provide the nutrients they need for growth. Use a balanced fertilizer that is appropriate for your plant's needs to support the growth of your sweet potatoes. Avoid over-fertilizing, as this can cause health problems for your plants and affect the quality of your harvested tubers. Pest control is an essential part of caring for sweet potatoes. Monitor your plants regularly for early signs of pests or fungi. Use preventative and timely treatments to protect your plants from pests. Effective pest control will help ensure your sweet potato plants grow healthily and produce high yields. In summary, choosing the sweet potato variety, preparing the soil, planting, and caring for the plants are important steps to ensure a successful crop. Pay attention to detail and follow the correct procedure to achieve the best results. When harvesting sweet potatoes, the first important thing is to determine the right time to harvest. Sweet potatoes usually take about 4 to 6 months to mature after planting. Harvest time can vary depending on the sweet potato variety, weather conditions, and soil conditions. To know when sweet potatoes are ready to harvest, pay attention to the signs on the plant. One of the most obvious signs is when the leaves of the sweet potato plant turn yellow and begin to wilt. This is a sign that the sweet potato is fully grown and ready to harvest. If you see that the sweet potato plant has reached this stage, then it is the ideal time to start harvesting. Harvesting sweet potatoes requires care and attention to ensure that the tubers are not damaged. You can think of the harvesting process as searching for treasure underground. First, use a shovel or hoe to loosen the soil around the base of the sweet potato plant. Or use a harvester to loosen the soil. This will help reduce stress on the potatoes as you pull them out of the ground. Gently loosen the soil and avoid breaking the sweet potatoes. Once the soil is loose, slowly lift the sweet potatoes out of the ground. Be careful not to crack or damage the potatoes as you harvest. If necessary, you can gently lift the sweet potatoes out of the ground with your hands. Sometimes you will encounter large, heavy sweet potatoes, which can be a surprise and add excitement to the harvest. Large, beautiful sweet potatoes are the result of care and effort you put in. After harvesting, it is important to store and preserve sweet potatoes properly to keep them fresh and usable for a long time. Storing sweet potatoes is like storing special gifts. First, wash the sweet potatoes by gently brushing off the surface dirt. Avoid rinsing the sweet potatoes under water as moisture can reduce their shelf life. After washing, place the sweet potatoes in a cool, dry place to dry completely. Place your sweet potatoes in a cool place, such as a basket or container with ventilation holes to allow good air circulation. This will prevent the sweet potatoes from becoming compacted and will give them enough room to rest. Sweet potatoes should be stored at room temperature, away from moisture or excessive heat, which can lead to spoilage or sprouting. Sweet potatoes can last anywhere from a few weeks to a few months, depending on the storage conditions and the type of sweet potato. To check the quality of your sweet potatoes while they are in storage, regularly inspect them and remove any that show signs of damage or rot. This will not only help preserve the quality of your other sweet potatoes, but will also prevent the spread of disease problems. When stored properly, sweet potatoes will retain their freshness and quality for a long time, providing you with delicious and nutritious meals. Caring for sweet potatoes from planting to harvesting and storage requires attention and effort, but the rewards are well worth it. You will be able to enjoy homegrown sweet potatoes, which are both nutritious and delicious. Finally, if you like this video and want to see more fun farm videos, please like, subscribe, and leave your comments. Don't forget to share the video with your friends and family so they can also discover interesting farming tips and techniques. We look forward to receiving your support to continue bringing you interesting and useful farm content. Help us spread the love of farming and don't let sweet potatoes feel lonely. We are always ready to provide you with the latest information and techniques, and bring interesting and useful videos in the next releases. Stay tuned and join us to explore more interesting topics in the upcoming videos.